It's actually time for your expo. How does it feel? I mean, you're here, this is it.
I know, I'm really excited, nervous. I'm excited because it's incredible, this amazing community that came together when, I mean, everyone asked me, why did you book DC? Alexa, you know 0 people in Washington, DC. And that's true, I had no contacts, and I've only hosted one event before in my hometown in Fort Lauderdale. But I knew that the mission and what I wanted to accomplish with Women Empower Expo, which is to create a thriving community of women who feel empowered to connect and collaborate to create real change. And I couldn't think of a better community to gather than the women in Washington, DC.
And I mean, do you think there's something to be said for like what's going on right now in the nation and the fact that you are doing this here in Washington, DC? It's kind of all, I guess, all ties in. Is the timing important, I guess the question would be.
So I booked the DC Convention Center in July of 2016.
Okay.
When the campaign was going on, figuring that, okay, the Hillary Clinton will be inaugurated in the convention center, and then a few months later we'll have this Women Empower Expo. And of course things don't always work out the way that you plan, and now the way events turned out, I think it's so important for this event to be in Washington, D.C.
And it may actually, ironically, the way things turned out may actually mean that people will feel it's even more important to go to this expo.
I feel like more people right now are taking ownership of the change that an individual can make. Because it's so easy to say like, oh, I can never solve world hunger, or I can never change the political climate or whatnot. But if every single person said I can, then, you know, think about the difference we can make.
Now, what do you think, as far as saying I can, I guess that could be considered a little bit of a power move, but what would you say your superpower would be if you were to say that you have one? We have a lot of superhero shows on our channel, so what would you say your power would be, and what do you think women's power is in general?
That's a good question. I've always wanted to be Superwoman. I would say my superpower is really the ability to bring out authenticity in people. It takes a lot of courage to be your authentic self in front of people, and I think that's a huge superpower. And then with that, it's my community behind me. I always say, alone I can only do so much, but together we can make a big difference. And so I always say, like, my superpower is everyone, my team, and everyone that's coming out this Saturday.
And do you think that that kind of is something that all women can relate to? I know I always say, like, behind every strong woman is a village of other strong women. I mean, you can't get there by yourself, right?
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, everybody has their own superpower, but I wouldn't say it's one quality about you. It's everything. It's the way that you treat others. It's the way that you value kindness and compassion and empathy, and all of that makes someone an individual superwoman.
And what do you think if people are kind of coming to this event and they're not quite sure what to expect, what do you think you want everyone to take away from it?
I want everyone to meet someone and know who they really are versus just ask them what they do. And so when you come to the Women Empower Expo, there's a lot going on, and we focus on a number of different tracks, and so that's why we attract such a diverse crowd of women. And what people walk away with is not just the knowledge that they learn from these amazing speakers or the business owners that they meet and the female entrepreneurs, but they meet people that they can then call up the next day and say, hey, let's have coffee, and then that turns into a podcast or a blog or anything, a movement. And that's what it really is about. It's this energy that you feel coming into this event that's so different than a business card exchange.
If people are still looking for tickets, where can they go? Is it too late? Do they still have time?
It's not too late.
Okay.
Tickets are still available online up until really the day of the event. You can purchase tickets at womenempowerexpo.com/Washington.
Okay.
And tickets are only $30 at the door. They're $45, but tickets will be available at the door. And we're excited to say that over 2,000 women will be at this event.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.